This is probably one of the most important things ever in terms of autism and autistic people, but people always forget it. And this is your support network. Guys, welcome back to the Ask Me World. My name is Dan, I have autism and ADHD, and I make videos every single week on these topics. Now, if you're new around here and you want to learn more about those topics and kind of continue this journey with me, you can click the notification bell down below and subscribe to this channel right now, which helps me and it helps you, which is awesome, right? You can also download a free Autism Life Hacks PDF book from me at autismhacks.net right now for free. Guys, support networks are so important. People forget that support networks are a thing that needs to happen. A lot of autistic individuals will go through life struggling, trying to do this, trying to do that, going to therapists and battling alone at home. The key thing they forget is to create a network of people and of things that they can rely on and depend on. These are called support networks. And when I'm coaching people one-on-one, which, by the way, if you're interested, there will be a link down below in this video. If you want to book me for a one-on-one consultation for coaching, you can do the link down below. But when I'm coaching people in my coaching program, one-on-one, like a video like this, one of the things I say to them is I say, okay, well, let's talk about your support network. Who is it? Who are they? Let's go through them. And most of the time, people don't have a support network. And I thought, wow, this is so interesting. I want to do a video on this to show people how to create a support network because it's so important. And if you don't have a support network, you guys are missing out. Okay, so I've laid out kind of steps on how to do this and talking about the different things. Now, when we talk about a network, we're not talking about like a computer network or like an internet network. What we're talking about is connected dots between you and something else. So a network of something is you connected to various different outlets, and that is called a network. And the reason it's called a network is because it can communicate from you to them, from them to you, and you have some kind of benefit from it. So that's the essence of having a network. So the first thing you need to do is seek out professional support. Now, professional support comes in terms of, therapists and educators. I mean, even my channel in the comment section here could be one pathway or a communications cable between you in your network. Now, having professionals like therapists and stuff that you can rely on for diagnosis, support, treatment and stuff like that is one area of your network, but you need to create it as such. So in your phone, you'd be like, my autism support network, number one, therapist, Donna, James, and Dr. Richards. Those two are my therapist and my doctor. They're in my top tier support network in my autism network. Okay, next level. Connecting with family. Now, family is something that we're given an unconditional love with. Your friends are people who grow to love you, but your family love you unconditionally, which means parents and siblings and offspring a lot of the time. So if you are on the autism spectrum and you are blessed enough to have family around you who care about you, create a list within your network list. Say, okay, after my therapist and my doctor, the next support network person is going to be my mother or my father or my cousin or my brother or whatever. And then make sure you have that in there. Because what we're doing here is we're creating a list of people that you have a go-to of when you need support, like a level of support that you go to. So when you go, oh, I need some therapy, go to my list. Who's in charge of therapy? It's Dr. blah, blah, blah. Or hey, I need to have some support to go to the store. Who can I phone? Hey, maybe I'll phone my brother and see if they want to go. That kind of thing. This is the idea here. We're building a network of accessibility for you as a person on the autism spectrum to access support networks instantly. Okay, so the next one is educators or others. So educators are people like, maybe you're in university, right? Maybe you're doing a correspondence course in college. Maybe you're doing other type of mentorship. Could be doing an online course. You could be doing anything. Now, these people have a duty of care to care for you, and they are in your level of support networking because they will support you in an area nobody else can. Because if you're doing something academically or you're doing something kind of training or course or educational wise, they're going to be the contact to go to with any concerns you have about that. And you want to be able to make sure that you clearly have their name and their contact on your little list that we're compiling here, so you know that they're in your network and you go, yeah, Jim Jones over here, he's my guy. He's the guy I go to when I need to speak to about the issue of handing in a late paper. You know what I mean? Like, you have to create this network. Another one, it could be an advocate that you have. So you could have like a friend or a person who works in an autism support group who could be an advocate for you, or you could be the advocate for somebody else. Say you're watching this and you're a parent of somebody on the autism spectrum. When you compile this list, you yourself could be the advocate. Having an advocate allows people to be in certain roles where you could correspond with the government or the local government, and even on an international level, you can correspond and converse with people on behalf of the autistic person to be their advocate. So if you're an autistic person watching this and we're putting this list together, who could you sponsor as your advocate and give them the rights to maybe email and correspond with the government if it's in terms of benefits or any kind of like support from the government offer? Because an advocate can help you because they're working for you, if you know what I mean. Okay, so number 5 is creating a structured routine. Now this is basically beneficial for anybody on the autism spectrum, and the routine is this. When you are in trouble or you want to reach out to somebody because you think like, I have a problem and I want to know who to reach out to. Creating a structured routine means that you go to your list and you say, if it's personal, if it's financial, if it's educational, employment issue, you go down that list and you see who have I actioned to be that network person for that specific topic. And that is going to save you so much time because you're not just going through the list phoning people asking them to do different things. You're outlining certain people for specific roles and jobs within your autism support network. Guys, I just want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Brillia. Now, Brillia is a homeopathic non-prescription medication for adults and children, actually. It's homeopathic, which means there's no nasties in it, it's non-addictive, and it's nothing that's going to be full of nasties and horrible chemicals. It's actually dead. It's more natural than anything else I've probably ever taken in my life. So, the cool thing about Brillia is that it enhances clarity, reduces things like stress, irritability, anxiety, impulsivity, restlessness, all the lovelies that come with autism and ADHD, right? But it actually helps improve concentration, and for me, it's helped me improve my focus, and I have a lot of issues trying to focus on my work and do things. But when I'm taking this, I take the 2 tablets 4 times a day, every day, and it took about 3 weeks for it to really kick in, but it's absolutely amazing. Now, even if you stop taking this, there's no harmful side effects. This is the beauty of this type of medication. Now, if you are thinking about trying a new medication, always consult with your doctor. But if you want to try Brillia, which I highly recommend, check out the link in the description down below and use my code ASPY15 for 15% off right now. I swear you're going to love it. Okay, guys, on with the video. And then the last thing is to really use this as a lifeline. So try to foster independence as much as possible and use what they tell you to take on board for next time. So if you have a problem with something and you ask them and they tell you, then you use that information and you go on and do it again on your own next time. Creating independence is creating a sustainability for you and a long term for you, because we're all growing older. We're all going to need more support in different areas. But the more we can create and build independence by learning from the people who are teaching us, helping us, advocating and supporting us, the longer our expectancy is for self-advocacy and support, and the shorter it is to support on other people, or that list of people that we need to support on gets a little bit shorter in a good, healthy way. What you don't want to do is get to a certain point in your life where you have to depend on all these other people to do these things, because then you kind of lose a little bit of control, and that little bit of control could cause a meltdown or a burnout or a shutdown, or make you have some feelings of self-worthlessness and could end up with a mental health crisis. I'm not saying that these are going to happen, I'm just saying these could happen. So it's good to kind of try to increase independence, learning the way of independence as much as possible, because that's everything that we want to do in life. And I know you all want to do it, which is pretty awesome. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it on other social media platforms if you think it's going to help somebody else. Love you guys. Peace.